When I first started feeling sick, I think I was 3 going on 4. And I remember one day just being really excited to start school and going to daycare and all that. And then the next day I just didn't want to see my friends, didn't want to run around like a kid would. But I remember, being admitted to the St. Cloud Hospital, and they came in and told us that we had to be moved to the Children's Hospital in Minneapolis. And I was just excited because I got to go into an ambulance and take an ambulance ride, and that was pretty cool.
And it was right before she started kindergarten, and that was one of the biggest things, is that she was very ill. She hadn't grown. Kayleen at that point had lost over 25% of her body weight. I remember getting the diagnosis, knowing that Crohn's was a lifetime change. But as a mom to a pediatric patient, you put your brave face on, because kids with pediatric illnesses have unconditional trust of a parent. They just look at you and they do what they are told. You keep saying to them, you're going to get better, we're going to get you better. Kayleen had to reach out to all of her friends and family and, do things like swallowing pills. So
yeah, swallowing pills was definitely a hard one for me at the beginning. I remember starting off, you get little M&Ms, but I didn't like chocolate at the time. I remember I finally was able to swallow one. And now it's like, just give me a handful and I'll down it. But with Crohn's, one of the biggest things I've had to learn was definitely how to advocate for myself, especially in school. Because, you have to go up to your teachers on the first day of school and say, hey, I might have to run and go to the bathroom and I need you to be okay with that. I might just get up and leave because, I have to go now. And then also figuring out how to tell your friends, not being able to hang out because you have a doctor's appointment, or, missing school because you have a doctor's appointment. And thankfully, I've found a really great group of friends that's always there to talk, always, very understanding of everything.
Over Kayleen's journey, she has had 7 hospitalizations, over 8 major surgeries, and some of them are not related to her Crohn's. They're the secondary diseases, and those are the challenges that we get through. Kayleen's had 2 near-death situations, and probably the scariest one was she was 10 years old when she was in the hospital with severe pain to a bowel obstruction. But the feeling of a parent when the nurse grabs you and pulls you away from your daughter's bedside to let the crash cart come in, and you literally stand in the back of the room, it's one of those things that you never forget. It's one of the things we fight for people to know, that there's got to be a cure, because I don't want another parent to live what I've had to.
Over this past summer, I had a flare again, which was probably the worst flare that I've ever had, but thankfully I was doing distance learning for that because of the pandemic. So be in my class online, and I'd actually be in the bathroom on the toilet. I would be checking my computer every 3 seconds to make sure my camera didn't turn on, my microphone didn't turn on, and I'd be in the bathroom for like 3 hours at a time, just in constant pain. And anyway, so after, more colonoscopies, more MRIs, we found a portion of my intestine that was, the main problem. The best decision for me was to have an ileocystectomy, and they took a portion of my intestine out over the summer. I can say finally that I've been in remission for 6 months, which has been amazing. And, now my biggest worry is choosing colleges and studying for the ACT, and some amazing opportunities have also come from it. I mean, being the honored hero, that's amazing. I also got to throw out the first pitch at a Twins game. How cool is that? Again, just making more friends.
The journey has brought us closer to family. It has brought us friends that are dear to us for the rest of our lives, and learning how to cope and knowing that there's hope. Throughout the 14 years that she's dealt with this, she just meets every challenge that is given to her.
Part of you wants to raise awareness, for stuff like finding cures and raising money for treatments, but the other part of you doesn't want people to know that you're sick or you have to deal with all of these things. You just want to be seen as just a normal kid. when I was growing up, going to the walk and seeing the honored heroes was really inspiring to me. And to be able to do that myself, I think is really, really cool.